Hey guys, it looks like the year 2025 is going to be disclosure. Even Steven Spielberg had changed the name of his new upcoming movie to Disclosure. If you've been watching the podcast and following the kind of plan that's being laid out, our government is going to try to pull a biblical wool over our eyes. They're going to try to make us think that something biblical is happening. Now, if that starts to happen, let your red flags go up. We're watching all the videos. I just got done watching the one with Russ Cohart and Jake Barber, the helicopter pilot whistleblower that's coming out and telling us these people don't do this for fun. These people don't do it for no reason. They're doing it to help us. We don't need to be making fun of them. They're doing it to give us information. So while our government is hiding everything it can from the very people that pay it tax dollars, the rest of the world is telling their people the truth about UFOs, perhaps so they can adjust to this new reality, prepare. Unlike our country, is keeping us in the dark and having us make fun of our fellow Americans. So while we fight and argue amongst ourselves with our face in our phone, watching people fall down and getting hurt and tripping all over themselves so we can amuse ourselves, the rest of the world is getting educated. We need to wake up. The awakening is real. Don't let or listen to people that are talking about woke. They don't want you woke. They want you asleep. They want you slept. They want you sleeping. They don't want you woke. They're trying everything they can to get you to think of being woke is wrong or bad. Being woke, folks, means you can see for yourself. Being woke, folks, means you don't need no one else to tell you. You see it yourself. Being woke, folks, is what we all need to do. We all need to wake up and wake our fellow Americans up. Not talking about being woke is a problem or being woke is not a solution. We've got a problem. When our own government is trying to tell us to go back to sleep and not to listen to wokeness, it's a little crazy. I mean, it's there in the words. So as we wake up more and more, and this awakening is real and it's happening more and more, for God's sakes, if it happened to me, I know it's happening. The rest of the world's getting prepared. While we're running around with monkey minds, laughing and tripping and fighting over the stupidest things, color people's skin, what people's got and what they don't have, the rest of us are trying to figure this out. We're trying to be serious and figure this out. Now, engaging in this entity means that this entity is going to engage back. It's a little frightening. And, well, no, it's not a little frightening. It's a lot frightening. If you can somehow suppress that fear and hold it down and do it anyway, the benefits way outweigh anything else. For one, you're seeing for yourself. You're proving to yourself. And I'll give you a little trick of the trade here. Sometimes you see more with your eyes closed in the dark. And what you're looking for is little shadows that might be sitting still. And when you see them, lock onto them with your eyes, and it'll start to bring in the rest of the shadow and what's around. It'll start to bring it into your line of sight. Even with your eyes closed and a dark room with your eyes closed. I know it sounds a bit crazy, but try that. Another thing you should do is introduce yourself to these podcasts and other different belief systems and stuff that you're not familiar with, and learn them. You don't have to believe them. In fact, you shouldn't believe any of these belief systems. They're probably pointing to a story, right? They're probably pointing to something. Like they're saying now that the Bible's not about God. They're pointing to something else. It's about these beings. Now, I don't know any of this. I'm just like you. I'm trying to figure this out myself. And it's real easy for me to write a story, get a little bit of information, and think I understand it, create a whole story out of it. In fact, that's what we do. We get a little understanding and create a whole mythology out of it, create a whole story out of it. And there might be, you've completely ruined what the gift of seeing something real. The good part of all this is technology right now has got us all where we can link together. We can start a channel like you should be doing right now. Start a channel. That's what I've done. And you can see for yourself, I'm not that smooth here. I'm not that smooth of an operator. I'm learning, and it's a learning curve, one I'm willing to give, one I'm willing to give into because I want to know. I want to be a part of this conversation. That's why I'm not going anywhere. This conversation is way too important to leave government or other people involved while I'm alive on this planet. I want to be involved in these talks, and I'm going to be. I'm introducing myself into this to the rest of the world, whether they want me here or not, because I want to know. And I'm as important as any one of you to know the truth. We can find this out more and more ourselves. We don't need the government or anyone to tell us because the skies are not classified. Our mind is not classified. We can figure this out ourselves. We don't need anyone. It'd be nice if the government would tell us, but they still haven't told us that JFK or Martin Luther King or the towers that got hit. They still keeping secrets about that. Why? What purpose would they have to keep us not knowing those things other than we would be mad at the players that were involved? Right? And they're probably still alive, so they're keeping it from us. Do you want to sit around another 80, 90 years or more and not have the answers and speculating that everybody else is wrong and you got it right? Go ahead. I'm not going to. I'm getting through this on my own or with anyone. But there are a lot of good podcasters out there. Shout out to Preston Denton. I just watched a podcast of. He is working and concentrating on a lot of these unknown cases that we never hear about. My hat's off to you, Preston. So, what are we going to do? Let's follow Preston Denton's lead and start our own channel and start doing our own talking and start telling our own stories. And if you guys start doing that, we'll put the pieces of this big old jigsaw puzzle together. And maybe we can make a life that's worth living and not worth killing. Because if all this secrecy is causing all this hatred here and around the world, and all this fighting while we're calling it over Holy Land or whatever, it's really about this secrecy surrounding the UFOs. In fact, all the secrecy is about that. They're saying that JFK probably got killed because he was wanting to talk about it. Now, if any of this is true, we need to clean out our government and start fresh with all new rules. I thought to be an American was to be free. I thought to be an American was to know more than everyone else because we're the land of the free. We can learn anything we want. We're not made to have to know what you must know this, you must learn this. That I was wrong. The rest of the country are looking at us. They used to look at us like, we could lead the way. They've given up on us. They've given up on our leaders. Look at them. They're fighting. They're fighting in there. When you watch the news, they're trying to get dirt on each other. They're fighting. They're spending our tax dollars like monopoly money. And they don't care. They're all rich anyway. All they're trying to do is stop paying taxes so we get to pay their taxes. And we keep electing them. When we wake up, we won't be doing that. But they don't want us woke. They want us asleep, so we're not doing that. So we can let them keeping on what they're doing, overpowering our will. So don't listen to them. Take the road least traveled, not the one they're on, not the path well worn. Take the path least traveled. Find out for yourself. We're worth it. You're worth it. And your world will become much better. So I have a challenge for you. My challenge is listen to people that's got these crazy stories. Maybe when we put the pieces together, they won't sound as crazy. Maybe these people are heroes and we're making them out to be something they're not, like insane, crazy, scary. Maybe they're heroes trying to tell us a story and we're laughing at them. Maybe you have a story and you're afraid to talk about it because your family told you not to, or asked you not to, or your friends asked you not to, or said you sound stupid. Yeah, well, it might sound that way. Listen to the stories we're hearing around us. They're insane. They're crazy. They're true. What's going on? We're here in this world. We don't know why. We don't know where we came from. This other part of it might be a link to that. Don't sell yourself short. Your life can be much more exciting. Look at these people that's got, I won't mention a lot of names, but these people that's got a lot of money that seem to like to make fun of people by calling them horse faces and stuff. Apparently having money does not make you nice, does not make you happy, or does not make you a good person. So having money doesn't do that. Having money, to some people, I know if I had that kind of money, that I would be helping out the world. There wouldn't be a homeless person I walked past that didn't get a benefit. There would be something I could do. And if I was president or king of the world for the day, I'd clean up. Everybody would have a house. Everybody would have some sort of income. And then if they didn't want to do anything, they wouldn't have to. Everybody would have a place to live in dignity. Because with that dignity, they would give them the freedom and right to look around to find out what they would want to do. But we've stripped those people of their dignity so we can feel big and bad and superior. Well, has that happened? No. We're the ones still looking for answers. I suspect until we start putting good into this world, we're not going to be getting those things. We need to start adding good to this world. Now, not everybody that's got money or that's in office is bad, but they're not helping us. And if they're just getting rich for the sake of getting rich, I don't see the purpose of that, because their attitude with people are still the same, still kind of bad. Because the emotions we're feeling are not coming from us, but from the world. We're feeling the emotions, the sadness, the dread, and all this because the emotions that other people are putting into the world. So I suggest go out and try to put some good into the world. Try to get some light shined on to some of these dark areas of the world. Look for yourself. Find these information out. Find this information out for yourself and pass it on. We're worth it. And, you know, you can do things like start a channel, look for like-minded people, support a channel, support mine. Give me a thumbs up, hit that bell, let the algorithm know you're listening, and let's do this together. Network, talk to me, I'll tell your story. If you don't want no one to know who you are, I'll tell your story. And let's be good to each other. One of the main things is we have got to be curious. If we've lost our curiosity, we're not going to learn anything. So be curious, my friends, and listen to other people. They might not be telling you the truth, or they might be telling you a broken truth, but there's either truth in that, or we're going to get it by enough of us telling our story and be able to disregard the pieces that don't fit and put the pieces together that do. Your story may sound a little crazy, but don't forget, there are stories like a sphere with a cube on the, a clear sphere with a cube on the inside of it, flying by fighter pilots and them describing it. So that's pretty crazy. And if I was a fighter pilot, I'd keep that to myself, but they was brave enough to talk to us about it. If they can do that, we can too. Now, I've seen some pretty crazy things that pretty up there close to that. I would like to bring out and talk about. In one of my future videos, I will. I'm already I have put videos together. I keep deleting them because I don't feel like I'm actually expressing myself the way I want to. In fact, all of my videos, I'm not expressing the way I want to. I'm trying to get used to being in front of the camera and used to talking. This is way out of my league. This is nothing I've ever done, nothing like this before. So I've got a lot of reading, a lot of understanding, and I, like many of you, have some learning disabilities and stuff that makes it a little bit harder. But I'm willing to put myself out there. I'm willing to put myself out there and be critical and be laughed at, because I want to try to get the truth out there. And if I'm wrong or something comes back and I was completely off the mark on something, I'm fine with that too. I am not stuck on a belief system. There is nothing I believe in my world that can't be changed with more information. Thank you. Put a like, put a link. Let me know what you're thinking, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.